Good morning, it's Jo from Emily Cat 176 and it's Monday. So, was it last week or the week before? I can't remember. I see so many things and the year's going so quickly, but I went and saw an organ concert. May the 4th. Oh, so it must have been last week. This is, can you see this? Christopher Cook. Now, Christopher kindly offered to let me take his photo, which will be at the end of this video. And yes, he did play the organ very well, and organ music's lovely. But for some reason, I just thought it was an organ recital. Well, yes, it was, but there was more. There were 2 guest artists, and I do not have photos of them because they are children, and I will not photograph children. No, I don't think that's appropriate. So it was a good concert. I actually ran into someone I know, so Jill and I sat together, and Christopher Cook, he's a very good pianist as well, because he did play the piano as well as accompanying one of the guests. And as I said, I think I've told you before, I'm interested in the piano, and I do love organ music. And where we were sitting, the pipes were all hidden behind us. It was lovely. So yes, as I said, Christopher, he did a piece, and then the first of the artists stepped up. Now, she's a 10-year-old girl. Oh, what a talent. Oh my goodness. What a talent. She played the recorder. Now, I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, we had these green things with keys, and they were called recorders. No, that's not a recorder. Not like this. The recorder, it is part of the woodwind family in an orchestra. And you know, after I'd seen this, I went back and I looked at orchestras, and yes, there are recorders in there. What a talent. Beautiful, sweet, harmonic music. Oh, she was so good. I think her name was Naya. I think that was the little girl's name. She's tiny. She's only 10, and she'd been studying for 3 years, we were told. And oh gee, I hope she continues. If she likes it, I hope she continues, because she's got a real talent for it. I had never heard a recorder played like that. It was just wonderful. And then we had Kitty. Now, Kitty plays the oboe. And like the title of this thing, Piccolo, I didn't even know there was a piccolo oboe, because she played the oboe, then she played the piccolo oboe. And it was interesting because before Kitty came on to perform, like, I noticed her mother, I presume it was her mother, she had a cardigan on, and she had one of the oboes. It was right next to her body, wrapped around her cardigan. And even Kitty, the way she was holding the oboe, and I said to my friend, look at that, look at the way she's holding it. And she said, well, they have to be warmed up before they're played. I never knew that. Is that right? Do oboes? And she said, I think flutes are the same. Let me know. Do flutes and oboes have to be warmed before they're played? I've never heard that of an instrument. I don't know much about the oboe. I know it is a double reed instrument. But this piccolo one, very interesting, because, you know the oboe, it's a long thing. This thing's got like a bulb at the end. Very interesting. So the other thing with these performances was we saw these people perform in a church. And let me tell you, this church has got such good acoustics, and that makes a difference too. The whole performance was just really good. And as I said, this extra surprise of seeing a recorder played so well, and the oboe. I like the oboe. I like wood instruments. Well, I like all the orchestra instruments. Yes, I've said to you I like the trombone or whatever. But yeah, and of course my favourite is the clarinet. But these oboes, gee, it was interesting. And she plays well too. This girl is actually in, I think, year 11, doing music. And one of the pieces she played, she will play that for her VCE, which is, in Australia for us, is the equivalent of year 12. You know, it's the final year exams. And she played the piece, and she played it very well. They're both very talented musicians, but that piece will be part of her VCE exam. And that got me thinking as well. I thought, because I've sat at VCE exams, interesting, you know, that you've got to play music for music exams, which of course it makes sense, but I've never even thought about it, you know. So yeah, it was a real pleasant surprise, because again, suburban church, the tickets weren't that expensive. I go along thinking I'm going to see an organ recital, and I got that and more. So, you know, have a look out there. And if there are any oboe players watching this, could you please explain to me what the difference between a piccolo oboe and a normal oboe is? Because, again, it adds to the interest, doesn't it? So, yeah, that was Saturday, May the 4th. Yes. What are we today? The 13th. Oh, there you go. It's only a week. Only a week. And oh dear. But anyway, it was a very good concert. So, I will be back. Now, I might be doing something different on Wednesdays. I was only going to do Monday and Friday, but I did a video on Friday, which has got me thinking about other things, so we'll see. But anyway, enjoy your week, and I will be back soon. Okay, bye.